Hi, I'm Governor Larry Roden. In South Dakota, agriculture isn't just our number one industry, it's a way of life. It's built on hard work, faith, strong families, and a deep respect for the land. And it's leaders like Glenn Muller who help keep it that way for the future generations. Glenn has dedicated his entire career to advancing the pork industry in South Dakota, and he's been a really steady hand for producers. He grew up in a family swine operation near Davis and went on to lead the South Dakota Pork Producers Council as executive director. He also played an instrumental role at the state fair, and I'm grateful for the hospitality he always showed us by feeding our entire team. Glenn understands the balance between growth and stewardship, and he always fought for common sense solutions that move agriculture forward. It is my honor to recognize Glenn Muller as a 2025 Governor's Ag Ambassador.
Glenn represents everything that an Ag Ambassador should be. What we look for in our next Ag Ambassador, Glenn is it. He's a servant leader, hardworking, honest, exerts humility and respect for others.
Throughout his life, Glenn Muller has always been dedicated to the ag industry.
You know, with Glenn, it's almost hard to say what hasn't he been in agriculture. He started off, growing up on the farm, was in ag education after graduating from SDSU, and then to end up, being on the board, being a pork producer, and then being the executive director for a long time. He's been fully engaged in the ag advocacy world. So what he's done for our pork producers, growing that industry in South Dakota is just very impressive. So when Glenn says he's going to deliver on something, he does deliver on it, and he brings his people along. I mean, you look at our pork producers, as they've grown as an industry, that, the environmental footprint's gone down for that industry, and that's because of the good work they're doing. That, the families that lead our hog industry under Glenn's leadership.
Glenn continues to show his South Dakota roots through hard work and dedication.
One of the things that Glenn embodies, and we joke about this a little bit, right, is the fact that his work ethic is really almost second to none. He works harder than most people I've ever met. He'll be there early in the morning before dawn, and he will stay there until the work is done at night. It doesn't matter what day of the week it is, weekends, evenings, whenever the industry needs something, Glenn will be there. A story from probably about, 4 years ago or so. We were at a national industry meeting, a very important meeting for the U.S. pork industry. And as the meeting wore on, Glenn was there, and I said, Glenn, you don't look like you feel well. He said, I'm fine. Maybe just have a little bit of indigestion or something. And we went on with the meeting, finished up the entire day. He drove all the way back to South Dakota, and turned out he was having a heart attack. That guy, when the work is there to be done, he stayed there and worked, and when the work was done, he went to the doctor. Maybe that's something that we shouldn't emulate, but at the end of the day, I think that says a lot about his work ethic. He is going to be there, and be there for the people that he's representing and for agriculture in general till that work is done. He's a strong German, I will say that, and as I'm half German myself, I can respect that.
It's also his understanding of today's producers that's made Glenn the leader he is today.
Glenn is a tireless advocate for ag, pork producers in particular. Any chance he gets to talk about agriculture, especially in the Sioux Falls metro area, which is great because it's our largest population, he's willing to tell our story. He relates well to our producer members. He relates well to our investor partners and the other organizations. He's willing to have difficult conversations, whether it be with producers, I would say our political friends, our political foes. He's reached out across the aisle, and he's made up common ground with folks I didn't think was possible. So he's done an excellent job with that. He supports producers of all sizes and types, and really encourages young people to get involved in the organization.
Glenn's servant leadership has led to a lot of time volunteering.
Glenn involves himself, he starts with volunteerism, being a part of things, but Glenn is a person that just kind of how do I say this? Kind of all of a sudden you know him, you don't remember where he came from, and you get to like him and respect him, especially as a person that steps out and helps people. I guess the thing to me that really jumps out is whenever there's, like, and I'll just use the Sioux Empire Farm Show. That's basically volunteers that set it up, that run it. And he was always with the hog thing. He was always there when we were setting up, and he's a guy that's just he's very laid back. He's just a personality. He's easy to visit with. He's a leader in a quiet. You know, it's hard to lead volunteers. If somebody doesn't work for you, they really don't have to do what you say. And yet somebody's got. And when he's in charge, he's in charge, but he's also doing a lot of the work. He's just a nice guy to be around. He's a guy that'll be right in the middle of the work. I always said when you get done with a farm show or a fair or an ag-related thing and a bunch of volunteers and you take a look at Glenn and he'll be the guy that's got manure on his boots and grease on his gloves. I mean, he's just digs in and does it, and it's hard not to follow somebody like that or not to be a part of what he's doing. But like I say, he's a doer. He just gets things done, and he does it in a way that makes people feel good.
One of Glenn's true passions is looking to the future and helping South Dakota producers for many years to come.
Probably personally, from my standpoint, one of the best things that he's done, or one of the most impactful things that Glenn has been involved with, is efforts here at SDSU. In 2016, we built a new $7.4 million swine unit here at SDSU, and Glenn, even though he's going to deny it, is the lead man in making that happen. And so not only did he do that, but anytime there was a need at SDSU for agriculture, Glenn stepped up. He was a key proponent of the Animal Disease Research and Diagnostic Lab, the Raven Precision Ag Building, the new greenhouses, and Glenn's efforts accounted for over $117 million in new projects to the College of Ag, Food, and Environmental Sciences. And so, you know, it's easy to pigeonhole Glenn as just another pig guy, right? Glenn's about a lot more than just pigs. He's about all of South Dakota agriculture. His impact here at SDSU, the College of Ag, Food, and Environmental Sciences, has been tremendous. We've seen enrollment increase, we've seen research activities, teaching all increase just due to the infrastructure that Glenn helped get here. Secondly, he's involved still with 4-H, with FFA in high school activities. He's involved with the Swine Club, livestock judging team, all those other things. But secondly, what he does really well, and probably better than most executive directors that I've been around, he really works on bringing young people on the South Dakota Pork Producer Council Board of Directors and helps develop the leadership of those people. So it's pretty easy to get older, more established, mature people on committees and boards, but that's not healthy for the long-term success of an operation. So Glenn really works hard at getting young people in there, developing them as leaders, and then turning them loose in the industry.
Glenn, thank you so much for all you've done for South Dakota agriculture. I can't think of anyone else more deserving of this award. Your ability to represent agriculture as the 2025 Ag Ambassador is well deserved, and I look forward to congratulating you in person.
Glenn, congratulations. You deserve it very much. Happy to see you, and won't be your last award.
I want to make sure, Glenn, we're so gosh darn proud of you, all of us that have known you for so long, and I just want to say congratulations to you. This is a huge honor, it really is. The Governor's Ambassador Award just doesn't get any better, and I can't think of anybody more deserving. Way to go, Glenn.
Glenn, I just want to congratulate you on receiving the 2025 South Dakota Governor's Ag Ambassador Award. I know of no one that deserves it more than you, and so take this time to celebrate. I consider it an extreme honor to be asked to be part of this video, but more importantly, I've cherished the years that we worked together, and I look forward to many more years working with you to come.
Congratulations, Glenn, on being South Dakota's 2025 Ag Ambassador.
Glenn, we're grateful for the decades of service that you've given to South Dakota's ag community. Congratulations, and may God bless you. Thank you.